If you want to change your life, listen to this. Alright, you're going to learn something very important here. There was once a philosopher named Plato, and one of his works was named Euthyphro. And in Euthyphro, there's a dilemma presented, asking the question, is what is morally good commanded by God because it is morally good, or is it morally good because it's commanded by God? Now, this is a very distinct distinction because in the first option, it seems that moral goodness is outside of God. Meanwhile, the second option makes it seem arbitrary as to what is good and not good, making it seem that in a possible world, a world different from ours, what would be morally good would be different. How can the theist work out of this position? For a very long time, this stumped many people, but there's a solution. And I don't know how many people figured it out, but I figured it out personally by listening to William Lane Craig. There's such a thing as a false dilemma. And I want you to remember that. A false dilemma. That's very relevant for this video. In the case of the Euthyphro dilemma, it's a false dilemma because you have a third option. That option being, moral goodness is rooted inside of God's nature, rather than the two options presented. A false dilemma is when you're given a set of choices, and you're told these are your only options. But in reality, there's another option that can sufficiently answer the question. The title of this video is a false dilemma, much like the Euthyphro dilemma. This is how people present this idea in their head. Okay, this is the way people think, and I've experienced this myself, and I've seen other people think about it like this. They think, should I focus on girls or should I focus on myself? And the way they think about it is if there's only two options. I can focus on women, but then I can't really focus on myself. I won't really be able to be on self-improvement. Or I can focus on self-improvement, then I won't really be able to talk to girls, I won't be able to work on them because, it's exclusive, right? That's how people think. But in reality, this is a false dilemma. Those two options are not your only options. I'm proposing a third option that cuts through everything. Listen to this very carefully. Alright, this is going to answer your question. By focusing on yourself, you are focusing on girls. Girls are a subpoint in your self-improvement. Okay? So let's say you have yourself, okay? Yourself is an all-encompassing thing. You have many skills to upgrade. Every skill you upgrade will help another one. For example, if you have a good diet, that'll help your gym time. You understand? Things work together. And in the case of women, every single other category will help you upgrade the woman stat, if you will. Being able to find a partner. My throat is this feels weird. Alright. And you need to treat women because you're mainly going to improve on working with women by improving yourself as a whole, moving up in the social hierarchy. But there's also things that are specific to women that you should be working on, such as approaching them, understanding masculine versus feminine, etc. And the way you need to treat this is why a lot of people put themselves in these two boxes, because whenever they start trying to talk to women, that's all that occupies their mind. They're talking to women, they're going to bed late because they're FaceTiming, etc. You need to treat women like a subpoint in your self-improvement. Okay? It's much like getting sunlight. Alright, you need to get sunlight. But what you don't need to do is, get a chair, sit down on it, get one of those, those mirror things people use to sunbathe, and just sit there for 16 hours a day. We're trying to be financially free, we're trying to get some muscles, we're trying to be healthy, etc. That's not really going to help that much. There's always such a thing as too much. If you eat too many bananas, you'll die. It doesn't mean bananas are bad. And this is the same way people think about women. They start trying to approach women, they start trying to talk to women a bit more, and it ends up occupying all their time. They start thinking, well, I can't do self-improvement while talking to women. It's over. And then they present this dilemma in their head. It's not true. You just need to have some discipline. You need to be a man and be able to manage things, alright? And it's very important you do this because you are building a castle. Alright, think about yourself as a castle. Alright, now what is a castle without a hot chick inside of it? Seems like an incomplete castle to me. Getting the woman inside the castle. And remember, when you get with a girl and you marry her, you fuse with her. She's basically going to your castle, which is you. You fuse with each other. Okay, you become one. So it's very important that the one you choose is compatible and will look good in the castle, will do what's needed in the castle, etc. So it's very important that you work on this attribute. Now, you just have to be very, very disciplined about the way you go about it, because let me give you an example. So a lot of people that are trying to work on themselves, right? They get a girl, right? And they're going, like, think about working on your castle like a straight path. Okay, a straight path right to you. And, they're doing good, they're on a path, they're on a path, they're on a path, they're on a path. But then this girl starts trying to, let's FaceTime at night, let's do this, let's do that. They're trying to pull you off the path, right? They pull this man off the path. And most men, they end up getting pulled off the path. Eating junk food, eating out all the time, being lazy, etc. And then because the man is so far off this path, the woman's like, I actually don't like this guy that much. Then he gets dumped. And then he gets left all the way over here while the path was here. And this is where a lot of men make another mistake. They start blaming women. They're like, this girl ruined everything for me. If I didn't meet this girl, then this wouldn't have happened, etc. It's your responsibility as a man to stay on the path yourself. It's your fault you got hit off the path, okay? And the truth is, okay, even if you're saying no to the girl trying to take you off the path, she's going to respect you a lot more than you actually would follow her and go off the path. Because no girl wants some dude with no direction who's just, eating chips, being a loser, all right? If you actually want a girl that's going to... Actually, okay, I'll put it like this. What you need to do is put your foot down and be a man. Be an actual man, all right? Don't be a ding-dong. Like, she took me off the path. No. You stay on the path. You're on the path. And when she tries dragging you off, I'm not saying be miserable. I'm not saying not do anything fun. But never get too far off the path. This is your path. You can go like that. You can go like this. But not like that. Okay? Once she tries taking you over here, it's like, no. I got to do this. I'll do it later when I have time. Be a man. She's actually going to respect that. And have the mindset, okay, you want to date for marriage, right? You want to date to be actually in a long-term relationship. Speaking to my Christian audience here, if you just want to go sleep around, I don't recommend that, but that's your choice, okay? You're trying to go on this path and trying to build up this castle. Once you marry her, she's officially in your castle. This is the deal you're making with her. You know what? I'm the castle. I'm the man. Okay, if you behave yourself, you get to be a part of my castle. You get to have my nice house. You get to have my... I don't want to just name materialistic things, but it helps get the point across, like the money, the doing fun things, just being with me, etc. That's what you get. That's the deal here. All you have to do is behave yourself. Do what I say. Now, I know some soy boys. I want to say the other word, but I don't feel like going in and censoring it. So, these soy boys are like, oh my God, you're telling women to do this and do that. That's so misogynistic. Women are equal, and I believe in egalitarianism, liberalism, etc. Those are the type of people that end up watching a girl getting annihilated by some BBC while they're just sitting in a chair like, or maybe even a BLC like mine. Okay, we don't care about those people. Don't listen to these people like, oh, that's so misogynistic, you can't think like that, etc. Because these are literally the people that become cucks. Or the people who literally go nowhere with life and go nowhere with women. Okay? If you look around, the quote-unquote misogynists do well with women. That's the truth. Okay? I've experienced it both in person, on the internet, etc. The quote-unquote misogynists do well. Meanwhile, the blue pill, oh my God, you can't say that, go nowhere. And read the Bible. This is especially for the Christians, like, oh my God, you can't say that. Read the Bible. The Bible, I've literally seen these feminists say the Bible is a misogynist's handbook. You know why? Because according to modern day values, modern day gay values, both literally and figuratively, the Bible is a misogynistic book. Although it, of course, isn't. Just a bunch of people have been brainwashed into thinking it's misogynistic, but really it's just the truth, okay? Men and women are different. Men and women should have different roles in relationships. And when that happens, the relationship does well. And a man fulfills his role and a woman fulfills his role. But the thing is for you, when you are dating, okay, when you're trying to be with a girl, it's your job, remember, to keep the path, okay? You need to do both of these things at the same time. You need to keep the path towards your castle, You also need to keep the path straight for your relationship. You are the leader. You are the one in charge, so to speak. You have to decide what happens. Okay? You have to be a man. Because once a woman starts trying to make decisions, it's going to go to hell. Oh my god, you can't say that. It's true. Well, actually, do you have any empirical evidence to support that claim? My experience. You have any empirical evidence? Shut up. Empirical evidence. Oh, these empirical evidence nerds piss me off. I have to deal with so many of them. Anyways. I was going to go really far in depth on how to actually manage women, the masculine, feminine, etc., but I feel like that's better left for a different video. I just want to answer this question specifically in this title. Now, if you want to get over your fear of approaching a woman, I have a video specifically on that, and I also have a video specifically on the values you should be looking for in a woman. I have those two videos. If you check the playlist in the description, you'll be able to see those, be able to watch those. They're great videos like all my other videos. Subscribe for future videos. And if you want to join this movement, Building Back Christian Man, because remember, Build Back Christian Man, part of that is having each individual Christian man build up his castle. If you want to build up your castle, link in the description to the Discord. Check out all the links in the description and do whatever they say because it's going to change your life. I know you're going to come back to this video and be like, oh my god, this video was so amazing, it changed my life, and now I'm in a happy relationship with a hot chick, and she does everything she's supposed to, she's God-fearing, etc. You're welcome. In advance. Those are my call to actions. See you next video.